There we go. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. How you guys doing? Are we in full-blown panic mode? Bitcoin dumping down 8% right now towards the downside. Everybody's scared, you know, shirtless. And I'm tweeting, buy all of the dips, buy all of the dips. Guys, isn't this beautiful? The paper hands cannot handle the dip, guys. The paper hands cannot handle the dip. Jagger Mario, welcome to TF Fans Club, man. How you doing? Long time no see. The paper hands cannot handle the dip, guys. The paper. Let me show you something over here. I posted this a little bit earlier today. 5 hours ago. Be ready for the dip. This was before actually Bitcoin hit for 69k. Be ready for the dip. Paper hands will panic sell soon. What is happening, guys? And of course, right after that, you know, fear strikes the paper hands. I mean, sorry guys, but you know, the paper hands cannot hold the, you know, hold the coins. It is the juicy dip. So we're gonna see, you know, what ends up happening next, guys. We're gonna see what's happening next. Now, as you see in the chat, it's only members only stream because I do not really want to have everybody in the chat, you know, screaming at me, hey man, what's happening? We are going down, it's going down to zero, is it over? You know, and all of that shebang. So, you know, I don't want to do that. So I figured out, you know, right now, you know, usually when we do altcoin, you know, streams, what am I pressing up here? This one over here. Usually when we do, you know, these late night, you know, Bitcoin streams and altcoin streams, we look at altcoin stuff like that, you know, and I have members watching, you know, and when there is a, you know, emergency stream, we do, you know, let everybody chat. But right now, you know, I just want members of the TI Fans Club in here because, you know, I just can't handle it right now. It's too much. Like, oh man, like how far down are we gonna, you know, is this gonna stop? Is it over? You know, will Pepe recover? You know, right now, Dogecoin dumped like, I think like 40% towards downside. And I got a bag of Dogecoin, guys. I got a bag of Dogecoin. You know, do I panic? No, not yet. You know, and even in today's video, right now it's down 22%, but from the, you know, from the top up here, it went down 38%, guys. Can you imagine that? 38% down. Is it over? Is it done? Is Dogecoin dead? Is Pepe dead? Is Shiba dead? Is Bonk dead? Is Baby Doge dead? Is Flocky dead? Do you remember what I talked about today's video? This one over here. It says 2 hours ago, but it's a little bit earlier. This is members only video. Guys, if you're not a TF Fans Club member, you know, why doesn't it pop up? There we go. If you're not TF Fans Club member, you know the link to click. You know what to do. And by the way, when you subscribe and join TF Fans Club community and enter the Telegram channel, stuff like that. When you do that, you know, buy YouTube Premium because, you know, your life is gonna be easier. Who has time to waste life on commercials? Just buy Premium, you know, your life is gonna be a lot easier. But I talked about, you know, that, you know, we might just be seeing some kind of topish signal on meme coins. There was other things that we talked about, you know, what might be good, what might not be good. But this dip is not actually doing anything. Not only that, if you look at a chart over here, the blue box is holding, guys, like a pro. Look at this over here. The blue box, we dumped all the way, only to the blue box. Yes, we went all the way down to, you know, 59k. You had a chance. How long was this actually chance? You had 1, 2, 3, 4. You had 5 minutes. You had 5 minutes to get Bitcoin below 60k over here, guys. You had 5 minutes to get Bitcoin below 60k. Now the big question is, will it actually go back down here again? Will it break towards downside? What's gonna happen? We don't know. But right now the blue box is holding, so you know it's all good and dandy. If you look at a little bit bigger picture, always look at the bigger picture, guys. Like, you know, your life is gonna be easier. Over here, you know, the trend is your friend, and the, you know, Fat Lang haven't sung yet, and it's all good and dandy. And the dip is big, but we know, guys, we know from you know, we've been down here. I mean, we've been buying down here, so we know that the higher you go towards upside, the bigger the dips and the scarier the moves are gonna get, right? We know that. I mean, every single time, you know, the dips are very, very scary. Look over here. This is a Bitcoin dip over here. Yeah, it's the top, man. It's the top. How much was this dip over here? This is 16%, 17% move towards downside, and we were only at 32k. It went a little bit up. This up here, this is a bigger dip that actually lasted for actually days. You know, 30% dip, and we still went up to 60k, guys, after that. Yes, the dips will get stronger, the dips will get more, you know, more edgy. You know, but it's the market, it's how it happens. That's life. Don't panic, guys, don't panic. It's okay. We don't see anything right now yet, you know, wrong with the chart, so there is that. Heinsberg, which coin to invest for short 2x? Pretty much, I think even, I don't know about Bitcoin if you can do 2x, you know, 1x maybe, you know, 2x, I mean, technically, you know, 140x is 2x, you know, maybe Ethereum, maybe in any of these big altcoins, like a lot of stuff is gonna do 2x. So there is that. But let's go through the chat. Wizardcell, how you do, man? Let's go. Thailand, man, beautiful short. That guy's trading, that guy's definitely trading. We need that bad. Signs of healthy market right now. I mean, for us it's healthy. We know how these things work. So, you know, we are not panicking. We are chill. We are relaxed. We don't care. You know, that's very healthy. You know, but, you know, other people don't know. Tia, Blue Balls crew. Exactly. The Blue Balls are the guy who bought down here. If you don't know who the Blue Balls are, you know, the guys who bought down here, those are the Blue Balls. Yo, Vanales, what's up, man? How you doing? But guys, by the way, the music in the background, that's this guy, Vanalesva. You know, check his channel out. He makes the music. Can't wait for the alt season. It's coming, man. It's coming. I sold everything. We're going to zero. Batch, no you didn't, man. You did not sell everything, man. I love the panic station. Everyone shits the bed and we make money. Chill and relax, boys. Chill and relax. Mladen Petrov, diamond hands. Or maybe just topped up my era. There you go. There you go. Hello, bro. No panic. Still holding from last bear market. Bear on. That's a long hodl. Guys, we've been hodling for a long time and we're gonna keep on hodling a little bit longer. Today was the first day that mainstream media in Norway, here in Norway, has actually had, you know, articles on the front page that, you know, Bitcoin reaching the top, you know, 69k. It's not reaching, but, you know, Bitcoin is hitting, you know, all-time high. And this is the first time they start talking again about Bitcoin right now, and everybody's noticing Bitcoin. I also saw a tweet on X that Coinbase was 155th yesterday on most downloaded apps, and today is like number 49, and maybe it's even higher right now. But, you know, a lot of people are suddenly, you know, I need to download the, you know, Coinbase, let's buy the dip, right? So they do that, and at the same time we dump towards downside. What do you think they're gonna think, guys? Now let's do some, you know, human psychology, market psychology. What do you think retail is gonna think when as soon as they, you know, downloaded the app, we dump down like 10% on Bitcoin, 20% on altcoins. Everything is literally shitting the bed. Dogecoin is down 38%. What do you think they're gonna think? Pepe down 20, Shiba down 20. What do you think retail thinks? They think it's over. They think they are too late. They think, you know, 64 before, 64 now, 69 before, 69 now. It's over. We are going down. That's what they're thinking. And what is gonna happen? Because they didn't buy just yet. They want to buy, but they're too scared to buy. Paper has sold and they're too scared to buy. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna wait. How long they gonna wait? They're gonna wait until we are above 70. Then they're gonna get FOMO. Then it's gonna hit 80. Then you're gonna get really FOMO and they're like, oh man, it's just going higher. And then at 90k, 100k, they're gonna start buying. But right now they're not buying. They wanna buy, but they're too scared to buy. Paper hands do not understand the markets. Paper hands do not understand how things work. You know, we've been following the markets since very, very long time. You know, this is kind of expected. You don't go in a straight line towards upside up here. It will be pullbacks. Now, in last couple of streams and last couple of weeks, I've been talking about how, you know, even my wife was saying, you know, it would be good to, you know, sell at 69 and it dumps down, you know, down to, you know, a little bit down and then you buy again, you know, and I tell her like, but that's crazy. Like, you can also just as well miss the, you know, 69k because it might dump down to 60k, but it might pump faster to 70, 80k. You don't know. You don't know, right? So the move towards downside, you know, even though a lot of people might be thinking that way, that, you know, we are at 69k, so, you know, right now I'm gonna sell and I'm gonna buy cheaper when it's below 50 or 40k. Finally, I can get cheap Bitcoin. That's crazy. Imagine holding from back down from 20k. Imagine holding from 20k down here all the way towards top, and then you become a very, very greedy, because if you are trying to sell the 69k and buy down here at 59k or 50k or something, like, you're greedy. And then you're trying to play some kind of master trader, trying to time the tops and time the bottoms, which it's very, very hard to do. Even the professional traders and investors have a very, very hard time finding the tops and bottoms. But no, you want to do that. You know how to do that, sure. And suddenly you sell 69k and suddenly price goes above 70k. What you gonna do then? 4 more in? No, it's gonna dump down and it's 80k. No, it's gonna come down. It's 90k and then you 4 more in, right? And 90k. And you missed like 69 to 90k move. So there's that. I don't know how that works for you. If that works for you, nice. Good luck with that. The way I see it, when you sell, you sell. That's over, right? When you sell it when it's over. Don't just sell whenever. Don't just sell, if you're selling, ask yourself, am I being greedy over here? Or am I really selling, right? Especially if you're a long-term investor. If you're some kind of trader or something like that, like do whatever you want to do, right? I mean, there is this selling is not just paper hand selling, guys. You gotta understand that. This over here is not just paper hand selling. This entire move towards downside is number one, 69k is heavily shorted. 69k is heavily shorted. Number two, a lot of people are in fear, so they're selling. A lot of new people that came when Pepe and Dogecoin and Shiba and Bonk and all of these other meme coins start pumping. When meme season start pumping, a lot of the retail that came in, because altcoins weren't pumping, and retail only buys bigger green candles. So when they see Shiba going up 60%, Pepe going up 30%, they buy these coins, right? So what is happening when the retail, starts seeing this, minus 20% move down? Because right now, if you look at a chart, Pepe is down minus 16. It was down even more. Dogecoin is down 23, but I just showed it was down like 38%. Shiba is down 20%, but if you go to the daily time frame, the dump actually from the top up here is a lot heavier. It's a 43% dump. Right now it says 19%, but that's because only 90% is only from the open towards the close where it's right now. But this is technically from the top up here. This is actually a 43% dump. What do you think retail is gonna think when they have 43% dump on their coins? They bought up here at the tops and right now they are underwater. They're gonna have problems. They're gonna sell. They are paper hands. There is a reason why they're being called paper hands, because they cannot hodl. They don't understand what's gonna happen. Now we on this channel, which if you found my channel, good for you, man. Welcome to the crew. We know what's up, right? But the mainstream doesn't understand these things. Even my wife does not understand what's happening. I have to explain to her why the price is dropping really quick. She knows that when stuff drops 20%, it's time to buy. She learned that in previous bull market. Every time you have a 20% dip, you just buy and goes up again. Like, it's very normal. But even she don't understand. She thinks that it might be some kind of top of stuff like that, right? Now I'm not saying that 69 is not the top. It could be the top. Crypto Savvy might be right. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Crypto Savvy changed his theory. Let me show you. Crypto Savvy changed his theory right now, and right now he no longer says that we are where is it, over here, there you go. This is his newest tweet. So he just changed the theory, however it fits him, right? So this is his newest tweet over here, and I have read the Bitcoin the chart wrong. So he finally admits he's read it wrong, guys. He's read it wrong. And this is actually where we are, but it still calls for a new lows. So before he was saying that, this is going to be some kind of double top over here, we're going to climb up here a little bit because of some other chart up here, and we're going to go again down to these lows down here at, 3k or something like that, right? And now that we are at 6, and he been calling for a new low since, 20k. Every time he says, 25k is the top, it goes up, and it says 30k is the top and it goes up. And he's been saying that literally since 20k, and people still follow him, right? Now, because we are at 69k, he has new theory, triple top, and we go towards downside. So can it be triple top? He might be right, guys. He might be right. Imagine if he's right now, right? But we don't care whether he, what his theory is, because he's been wrong ever since the bear market. And we are telling everybody that it's gonna go up. Like, how low it's gonna go? FTX crashing, everything crashing around you, buying the blood. It's gonna go up. Like, how low can it go? Right? So we are doing good, guys. The dips are for buying, the way I still see it. This over here is called a flash crash, And these flash crashes come, you know, for certain things. I mean, you can have a flash crash when you have a long squeeze as well, but flash crash often comes during some kind of, you know, pivotal point or some event or something like that. Now, these flash crashes do happen fast, and they tend to scare the market very quickly. So the market is really right now, you know, really scared about what's happening, because, you know, the favorite coins of the last couple of weeks, Pepe, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Bonk, Elon, Baby, Doge, Floki, just because some coins I have over here, they are down by a bunch right now, you know, down 40-50% towards downside over here. And everybody's really shitless scared, right? But only people who do not understand what's happening, they are scared, right? We, on the other hand, we don't care. We are like, okay, which coins are we gonna buy? Today is the buying day. Maybe it goes down a little bit longer. I don't know. But we're gonna look at the charts and we're gonna see where this actually ends. Immortal thinks this is disgusting, but this is because Immortal bought Shiba and Bonk and Dogecoin, all of the meme coins, and it went down 50%. Man, are you still in profit or are you down right now? Because it did go down like 50%, so there is that. Blana says, beautiful, XRP Legend, how you doing, man? 150 people, yeah, a lot of people watching, which is actually very nice. But it's good. The more people watch us, the more people we can educate about what's happening. So there is that. But, you know, people who are definitely still holding these things over here. You know, these stops, and there were very clear signs that, you know, the meme season is at the top. Number one, we already saw this curvature up here, for example, on Floki up here happening. It was already moving out of that towards downside. Pepe did 10x towards upside, which is, you know, psychological levels. So, you know, if you do 10x on anything, you're gonna be having some people taking profit. So if you look at this on the weekly time frame up here, from the bottom towards the upside up here, exactly 900%, that's 10x. So the people that actually bought down here, Pepe, and even I wanted to buy in over here, you know, they're getting 10x. They will be taking profits. It's a normal, you know, human psychology. You get 10x, you sell, you buy. I understand that people who bought over here didn't get 10x. They got something like, you know, 100% maybe. You know, people who bought even higher up here, you know, they are not getting 10x. They are only getting 47%. I do understand that. But you also got to understand that people who bought down here, who are getting the 10x, they are gonna take the profit, and they got a whole bunch of stuff that they accumulated in this zone up here, and right now they're selling. It's a normal thing. People get a 10x, they sell. They don't necessarily sell, but they take profits, at least on partially, or something like that. You know, I'm 30%. I'm 30%. Then you good, man. Then you good. You bought low enough. That's good. You bought low enough, and that's all that matters, right? So it's good, and they're still bleeding towards us. Bitcoin is still right now 8.45% up here. You'll see that blue box is holding like a boss. Nothing is given just yet. It's just one, you know, it's just one move down here. You can see here on 5-minute time frame that we actually had a giant wick up here. Held the blue box like a pro. Now for you new guys that are watching the channel, the blue box is very magical box because this is the main level of resistance before the 69K. So if you look at over here on the weekly time frame, a little analysis and stuff like that, there are a lot of lines. I know that can be a little bit confusing for retail and people who do not know what's happening. But over here you can see that we hit 65K over here. That is the blue box right before for this blue box over here. This is the last box. There are no more blue boxes, guys. There are literally no more blue boxes. We got some kind of level of resistance, stuff like that, and there are some lines up here that might take some, but this is the last box up here, 69.70K. We hit that on the dollar, guys. On the dollar was 69 was hit over here. I don't know how much you can zoom in on over here, but you know, this 69 level was hit on the effing dollar. On the dollar. I don't know if you can zoom out even more. So you can see up here, 69 on the dollar. On the dollar, it was hit, and we pulled from that level, but we are still looking fine, guys. You know, the stuff doesn't dump down in one day down to 30K. It just doesn't happen that way. Now, we did say that this over here does look like a parabolic move towards upside, and you know, the autonomy of the parabolic moves is that they do dump heavily towards downside over here, right? So whether this is just the first move where they start doing this up here and then dumps towards downside, we don't not know, but we do know that, you know, based on some kind of psychological analysis of the markets and how retail is working and what's happening right here on the chart, there is actually nothing wrong with the chart. The wrong part of the chart will be when we actually break this stuff towards upside. Not only that, if you see the channel towards upside, this actually broken towards upside. We are not even back in the channel, guys, and people are panicking, right? So considering tech analysis of the Bitcoin, how this actually playing out on the weekly time frame or on the daily time frame, nothing is broken up here. Even this last move towards upside up here. Let me go to clean chart, because new people can handle the lines. There is nothing wrong with the chart. It is a move towards upside, and it is pulling back a little bit over here. We are not even back in the trend over here. So this last trend over here towards 69k up here, that started going up here, and then we exited up here towards upside. We are not even back inside that yet. How can we dump, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, there is no way right now. So this over here, the way I analyze the chart, it is paper and selling. Now, can this dump towards downside even more? I think he just might. Never say never. And we gotta look at a very small tight time frames over here. So what you're gonna see over here, that this is 50 minutes time frame up here. It is going inside this expanding musical instrument, I think, give or take. So we could reach something like 57 or something like it over here. If this is a expanding musical instrument, expanding musical instruments go something like this, they expand towards downside, and oftentimes you get a capitulation on these things. So they go something like this over here, and gets outside of the wedge. This is a capitulation of the expanding musical instruments towards downside, and then you get back inside and go towards upside. That's one way this can actually play out. Another way up here is going towards downside and then not going towards downside anymore. You keep some kind of support level, and then you break this towards upside and you continue going towards upside. So how this actually will play out, now these are very small time frames, and we are still waiting for some kind of bigger move towards the upside. But you can see right now we are still in a downtrend over here. This can actually be a channel as well. We are still in the downtrend over here, and as long as downtrend is in full effect and nothing is broken either towards the one side or the other side over here, it's really hard to tell how far this can actually go down. We always say that channels can channel for a very long time, but we do know where the support levels are, right? So over here, let's go into the small time frames up here, 5-minute time frames, and we can draw this very nice channel up here. This looks like a G channel. And right now we are coming to the bottom of the channel, of the bottom of the major support, or top of, bottom of the major support level over here. So the way I'm actually looking at this, I just want this to actually break towards upside up here. Are we creating this double bottom over here and then breaking towards upside? How this is gonna play out? But you can see up here, technically we are already out of the channel once and we pulled back. Right now we're just pulling back up here. There is a lot of fear going on. This can continue for a while, but if there is any kind of topish out signal up here, it won't be on a 4-hourly time frame or something like that. It won't be on a 1-hourly just going straight towards downside. It won't be that. You can also look at the volume right now that I'm up here, the volume start to increase it towards upside, because people are very scared right now, about what's happening. Let me go to the small time frames, so you can see this better. You can see that the entire part of here, technically the volume is going towards upside, which is, selling off is increasing up here. There is a lot of selling off on this wicket towards downside, and it looks like it might actually continue again doing towards downside. But again, it is the paper hand selling. Michael Saylor bought something like, I don't know, $500 million on 60k again. BlackRock right now is talking about putting Bitcoin in some conservative fund or something like that. I don't know what they are talking about, but they're talking about putting Bitcoin back into something that very lot of these conservative families are buying. People are in fear. People are generally in deep fear. And if you remember from yesterday, by the way, guys, if you're not a blue ball yet, the TA Fans Club, join our community. We're a Telegram chat, private Telegram chat. We do, altcoin videos, members only videos on YouTube. You don't have to go to Patreon or anything like that crap. You can just watch it here. And, if you want to know what's nice and what's happening and what's not happening. Besides that, we looked at Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index today. Fear and Greed. And it was at extreme greed, right? So, oftentimes when you're at extreme greed, and we've been at extreme greed last week and yesterday, and now last month it was greed, but it's been building up, and right now it's at 90 levels. You can see up here, we are at the top of the greed, but like Lana said in the chat today, we can be even more greedy, and that's actually a very good thing, right? We can be even more greedy, guys. We can be even more greedy. Now, let me show you this, max greed, because people are always like, sell the greed. No. It doesn't work like that. It is an indicator just like any other indicator, but this greed can actually persist for a very, very long time. You can join public. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Guys, we have a Telegram channel, public Telegram channel, TFN's public Telegram channel. It's free. Just join us. I mean, people are still posting charts. I mean, I'm there. Mlaren is there. You know, we post charts. We talk in the public chat as well. So we got a private chat, you know, for the blue balls, and we got a public chat for everybody else, and it's gonna get nice and cozy in there. So there is that. But over here we are at 90 levels up here. Now what you're gonna see up here that we were at 90 levels in November up here. The 9th November 2020, we are at 90 levels. Not only that, we went even higher up here. I don't know, 91, 93, 95. And this part over here persists for a very long time. Now, we are just at the entry phase of this greedy market that we are in right now. So if you look over here on the chart, on the daily time frame up here, if you go a little bit back, I'm going to show you where that greed actually was. The 90 greed when we're going towards upside. November 9th. This is it, guys. This is it. See over here? This is greed. This is greed. Let me go to another chart because I'm going to show you something else. I showed this in today's Bitcoin Daily, but I'm going to show it again because I think you guys forget really fast. So I'm going to show you again. So the 9th November, when we had the 90, 90 greed, that was right over here. Okay? That was right over there. And that came just before we actually hit these stops up here. Oh, these were also 90 greed levels. We are climbing up here to extreme greed, just like last week and stuff like that. The greed actually started, picking up. You can see this big, here the same thing happened, all-time high. How much did Bitcoin drop? 16% last time. So last time we hit the, all-time high up here, the last time this was 20k Bitcoin up here, 19.8. And look what happened when you hit that, guys. 2 times, 16% down, and the next move was another 11% down. Double top, it's gonna go down. Oh no, oh my god, this is just gonna break down and blah, blah, blah. No, and then we go up, right? It's normal move. But, this over here, this is the greed. This is the greed, 90 greed that we just saw. This thing over here, right over here, 9th of November, up here, give or take. Where is it? 9th November. This, 9th November, 90. And right now we are at 90 greed. So just because this is showing 90 greed does not mean that, it's over for whatever reason. It means that it's greed, but it's not done. Because greed, you can be a lot more greedy. That's all we're saying, We can be a lot more greedy. And, right now we are sitting at this 90 level greed. But guys, like Mladen says, we can be a lot more greedy. Right, Mladen? We can be a whole bunch of more greedy than we are right now. Time to buy CVX. Chep is going to the boom. Is it giant cup and handle making for BTC and weekly? Just kidding. 180 viewers, guys. Very, very nice. I'm guessing people want to know, how do I join a private Telegram channel? You gotta join the Blue Balls, and when you join Blue Balls, there will be a link presented to you, and then you use that link. But you gotta be part of the Blue Balls. So there are 2 levels that you can join. Then my phone just died. Juicy dip. Ralph is in the chat. How you doing, Ralph, man? What's up? Oleg? Who is Oleg? Is this a new member? When did you join, man? I haven't seen you here before. Oleg? I think I would remember, a green name, a blue ball called Oleg. Very good, man. Finally some paper hands selling. Finally some paper hands selling. So it is normal move, and you just saw right now that also in the previous, just before the, we broke all-time high, we had 16% dip. It is very, very normal. Good evening, my wrecked friends. So let's see up here how this channel is working. This is just 5-minute channel, but these 5-minute channels can actually tell you what's gonna happen next. So we are actually waiting for this channel to actually get out of the channel. And the thing that actually happens when you get out of this channel, you can of course, number one, you can continue dumping towards downside, but oftentimes what happens when you get out of the channel is that you create a new channel. Either you change the speed you're dumping, you go kind of sideways up here in a new channel, or you definitely totally change the channel towards upside. I mean, how this actually gonna play out, it depends. And as you just saw, 16%, 16-20% was the last dump before we broke 20k last time. So, right now we are just doing 10%. So it's actually a pretty modest dip, if I might say so myself. It's pretty modest dip. Theta is right now up only 8%. But if you look at Theta over here, guys, does this chart look bad to you guys? I mean, what's wrong with this chart? Tell me what's wrong with this chart. This is theta. It dumped down from the highs up here. 23%. Does this chart look good to you guys? I mean, it looks fantastic. Like, it looks beautiful. Look at his moving averages over here, how they're curving slowly towards upside. It looks beautiful, literally beautiful. Yes, it's pulling back below 200 moving average and it had this nice pump towards upside. But the chart, there is nothing wrong with the chart. It looks nice, it looks juicy, it looks good. It's back in the channel. But yeah, you know, it's not over until we are back down. And I always keep telling people, you know, there are different ways how you can play out. And there is difference between when stuff is pumping and dumps down 20%. There is difference between a 20% dump and then this 20% dump, okay? So this 20% dump broke the support level and dumped 20%. This move towards upside, dump down and hit some kind of support level. There is a difference between dumping down 20% and from which level you are dumping, right? So every 20% dump is not a bad dump. You know, overextensions needs to dump towards downside. So if you look at Bitcoin over here, we had a little bit overextension towards upside. So I'm going to show you my indicator over here. Let's go to another clean chart. And over here, you'll see my own indicator. This is RSI. We're going to remove that. This MACD. This is my own indicator up here. And you can see up here, this is the daily time frame. And you'll see these stops up here at the top, right? These are what we call overextended levels. Now, during overextended levels, you can have a pullback or a consolidation. There is different ways how this can actually play out. On this move towards upside, we just went sideways, right? On this move towards upside, we went sideways up here again. Let me see up here. Then came this top up here, and we went sideways over here as well, right? So this consolidation, these pullbacks towards the zero line on the overextension indicator can indicate if we just went, sideways. We pulled back a little bit here. How much was this actually pullback over here? Let me just check that. That was a 9% pullback, and we just continue going towards upside. This over here, guys, on the day was a 9% pullback. 9% pullback when it came to these overextended levels, right? So these overextended levels, this overextended level, this went sideways, pulled back a little bit more up here towards the upside. And right now we are also having this extreme overextended level towards the upside, and we're pulling back, and we are pulling back to the midline up here. So we are still holding these moving averages towards the upside. If you look at the weekly time frame, we are not even close to looking bad. It looks so good, guys. It looks so good, right? So the way I see it, it is buy the dip market. Took some profits at top, waiting to buy back in. Ralph, I hope you make it. I always been here buying sides. Bought today the membership. Nice, man. I enjoy that. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for joining. By the way, if you're a new member, if you're a new green name, you get to pick the coin. What do you want me to look at? You get to pick the coin. That's like the welcoming gift we have for the new members. Pick the coin and we are gonna check your coin, man. Any coin. And it is still buy the dip opportunity. So we still looking at that. And over here the blue box is still holding, guys. The blue box is still holding. The blue box is still holding very, very nicely. No problem with the blue box. There has been a lot of other talk about there has been a lot of talk on X today. There has been so much FUD. There's been so much FUD on X that it's just insane. Like when I see that, I understand how retail reacts, guys. I understand because we've been retail ourselves. We remember, we've been there, we've done that. It is really hard. Now it is very easy for us to hodl, guys. I gotta admit that. Us Luna 2.0. No way. You sure you want me to check Luna 2.0? Dude, I'm gonna do it. But are you sure? Luna 2.0. If you say yes, I'm gonna check it. But I gotta warn you, man. It's not gonna be pretty what I have to say about that. No, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. So, we understand that, people retail that are buying these stops up here, they started forming up here. And they started forming up here. So, buying over here towards upside, they are really, really scared that price can actually move down. Was kidding. No, I mean, if you want me to check Luna 2, I will check Luna 2. I really will. There is nothing wrong with, I'm looking at meme coin, looking at all the scams and everything possible. Like, I really don't mind. You just gotta tell me what you want me to look at, man. You know what? You said I'm gonna look at Luna 2.0. But before I do that, I just want to say this out there. I do understand the retail. I do understand the panic and everything. Because number one, my wife does not understand the chart, so he doesn't understand what's happening. When people see, you know, dips, you know, stuff dumping down 20%, that's not normal. I mean, they are used to stocks that go down, you know, 1-2%. If there is something that's dumping 20%, then the company is probably something, you know, in some big deep shit. You know, sorry about the word, but you know, there is something wrong with the company if it's down 20% on a day. In crypto, on the other hand, you know, there is nothing wrong. It's just down 20% on a day. It's a juicy dip, the way we see it, right? But it's a lot easier because we over here, the blue balls, the TF members, we've been through the market, the entire market up here, all the way up here. I mean, we've been through everything, guys, right? And down here, during the accumulation zone, we've been buying like crap, you know, we're buying everything. So, you know, coming up here, with you know, our coins, it's easier to hold, you know, stay in the price than it's, you know, for these guys that are buying right now, because it moves down a little bit. They think, you know, it's over, it's gonna go down. Don't need analysis right now, actually. Okay, man, I'll still look at Luna 2 because I wanna know what's happening, man. It's called Luna 2. It actually pumped nicely, but it's back below the support level. But it has kind of same pattern like everything else. Now, it goes over here. This move. It looks like it's actually out of the zone. Do you know what I like on this chart? You see these moving averages, right? You see how the price over here hit the 50 moving average and pull back. And then there is very nice support line over here. Look how he squeezed the support line, wait until this moving average came up here, then closed above that and exploded towards upside. This is actually very nice. And this probably did like 200%, 100% towards upside, 84%, maybe 100% from the bottom down here, 100% from 120% from the bottom. But you know, these you know, jumping above these moving averages, when the move these big this is weekly time frame. When these weekly time frame moving averages get really squeezed tightly, and you kind of slowly jump above them, this is very bullish sign, and then you do this move towards the upside. So this actually looks good. Yes, it's down by a bunch today, but you know, everything is down. This is down 30%. It's down less than Dogecoin, so you know, there's that. A scam coin is down less than Dogecoin, you know, so you know, what can I say? But you can see up here, even on the 4-hour time frame, it's just pulling back to the support levels, right? On the daily time frame up here, it's still having high. This is high, this is high. Even after 30% pullback, the chart looks still good. This chart looks still good. Now, there are very important levels of resistance up here. Number one, this is the first one, and that's getting broken right now. But there are two other levels up here. This is the first one, and the second one is all the way up here. And then towards upside, I don't know. But it's already hitting these levels. Let's see how this actually plays on daily. This actually happened pretty quick. This is a 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame. It just managed to get above the zone and right back below that again. But there are 3 major levels up here. At least the way I see it right now. So over here, it does look good. But 3 major, technically right now, 2 major levels left on this chart. 1.2 and 2.0, something like that. But it does look good. It does look good. I really like this over here. I wish some of my coins had this kind of pattern over here on the downside. And you can see down here the support level are actually holding very nicely like a boss. So, you know, it's been bleeding down for a very long time. Then had this jump outside of this consolidation phase up here. And right now doing this move down here and going towards upside. Now, there is an important channel up here. I'm going to show you that. It goes something like this. And it's not out of that channel. It's only when it gets out of this channel towards upside that it increases in speed, and it actually might pump big time. So that might actually be good for Luna. Okay, we're done with Luna analysis. Let's go and look at a 5-minute time frame. Is this over or not? Not just yet. We are still in the channel towards downside, and it's still going. But there has been a lot of FUD, guys. There has been a lot of FUD in the markets. And the only reason we are doing the stream right now is to tell you, like, don't panic, guys. Don't panic. The paper hands are selling. People are shorting. There is a lot of people shorting. And people who are shorting, they are posting FUD. They got, you know, 100,000, 200,000, you know, subscribers on YouTube, on X. Like, there are some people with, you know, 1 million subscribers posting FUD. So whether they are shorting or not, I don't know. But it is collective shorting. It is collective FUDing. And it will only go down until, you know, less paper hands sell. And when the price comes down low enough and there is no more paper hands selling, you know, there is no more, you know, and they start taking profits on the short, the price changes the direction, it goes towards upside here. But right now there's just too much FUD. There is just too much FUD, just too much shorting, too many of the retail, you know, bought the literal, you know, 69k top, and right now we need to pull back a little bit, right? So there is that, but it does look nice, it does look nice. Now the weekly time frame up here, so when is it not gonna look nice? We can talk a little bit about that. When is it not gonna look nice? What needs to happen for us to not look nice? Now I would say most obvious, you know, part where we don't look nice is going below this line over here. This over here is this move towards upside. It should not break towards downside. It can, but it should not. I would say right now, and that over here right now is somewhere below, you know, 54k. Depends on how long this actually takes a while, you know, and when it actually breaks towards downside up here. It will break like 62 and then go towards downside. That might be bad, but it is holding the support levels, right? It is the support level right now. There is nothing, you know, technically that bad. Even on the short time frame up here, we are already below that level. I think we already broke this, you know, this trend over here. And right now we're below that trend and we are pulling towards downside. But a bigger time frames, like small time frames, can always break towards downside, and they do tend to do that. Like over here you will see a line, over here it goes something like that. You technically broke that, pull back and just continue towards upside. But we like the bigger time frames, guys. We like the bigger time frames because this, you know, we've been waiting, you know, since 2020 over here, August 2020. So it's gonna be 2 years in August 2024 over here, you know, and we like these bigger time frames. And as long as the trend is your friend, you know, everything is good and dandy. There is no problem with the chart, right? And right now there is no problem with the charts. Everything looks nice. But we put this up here or something like that, right? It does look very nice. So it is curving towards upside over here. As you can see, it is increasing the trend towards upside, and it's going speedier and speedier over here towards upside. So we're gonna see how much actually it can get when the dip is gonna be done, because right now altcoins are dipping big time. Let's look at some random altcoins. This is KDI pulling back from the tops up here at the top. Never broke this top. Solana was just having very nice move up here towards top, and then right now dumped down to the support levels. So a lot of this stuff is dumping down to support levels. It's not yet out of the support levels. So Solana had right now from the top to the bottom 26% dip, and right now it's pulling back something like 13% towards upside, but it's still inside the zone. I mean, this bigger channel over here is still holding, this rising channel up here is still holding. We went to the support and we held that spawn like a boss, and right now it's still pulling back towards downside. Now I'm not saying it's not gonna break towards downside, it can, but everything right now is telling us that, you know, we are not quite there just yet. So, you know, don't panic just yet. Today is not the day to panic, okay? Tomorrow maybe, in 2-3 days maybe it's time to panic. Today is not the time to be panicking, right? That's all I'm saying. Today is not time to be panicking. But it's some nice dips. Now there are some coins that are not actually below there are some nice coins, at least on my list, that right now on the daily time frame are still in green. So you can see up here, Dex Tools is in green, Leo is up big time. This exchange, this is Bitfinex. I have absolutely no clue why this crap is up right now. OP is up like 3% today, still in green, still looking nice. Aptos is up 4% right now, towards upside over here. It's very nice. It's still below the resistance level, but it looks nice. Which one was that? That coin, you know, that coin, which one was that? That was, no, Theta is up 6% even after our entire pullback. It's still 6%. Now this pullback, if this candle up here, for example, keeps in green, and you still have this big, you know, wick towards upside, this is actually a very bullish wick when you analyzing the candlesticks. This is actually a very bullish wick. So you're gonna see that. Gold is up 0.73%, and right now actually gold is actually doing well. It's almost all-time high up here, 21.47 or something like that, right? Yeah, but gold is not crypto. But yeah, those are some coins. You know, everything else in red. Everything else is literally in red, and most in red are these, you know, meme coins. Baby Doge 25 down, Elon is down, you know, 70%. But every single time I, you know, open the chart, you'll see the candle is green, candle is green, candle is green, it's green, right? All of these candles are green, right? Pixel up here, still green candle up here. Gala up here is minus 7% down. This candle is actually red right now. Let's see up here some bigger coins. NG coin down 15%, still a green candle. Mana, I had a nice move up here just before the dump up here, but you know, still green candle, still this, sorry, red candle, but you know, still channel up here. Stuff is juicy, guys, stuff is juicy. It looks nice. Analysis. Okay, guys, I'll take, you know, I think we're gonna end it on the high note. You know what to do with the link. You want to join the TA fans club, the green names, the blue balls, get into the Telegram channel, you know, watch the, why did I go do this over here? Where is it? Oh, yes. Watch the members only videos. You know what to do, you know how to find the link, you know what to do. We also got a public Telegram channel, guys. Do join us in our public Telegram channel because, you know, it's free and we want more people in there so we can post memes and talk about coins and pumps and dumps and what's good and what's not. So there is that. I would like to end the stream over here with this move getting out of the channel right now. I would like to do that as soon as we are a little bit above the stream ends, right? So let's see over here a little bit. Let's look at the volume up here right now. The volume, this consolidation is right now dying. So you can see up here it dumped down big time, and right now over here it's consolidating. And during this consolidation, you have a downtrending volume. That means that consolidation is coming to an end. So this is either going to break the support or we're going to break up here towards the upside. So let's see how this actually happens. Okay, guys. By the way, guys, if you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on the way out. And if this breaks towards the upside and we go above the 70K very soon, you know, you subscribe to my channel. I don't know if this is gonna, let me look at a 1 minute time frame up here. I don't know if that's gonna happen right now. It's just stepping this level up here. It looks like it's gonna, you know, it looks like it's gonna do this move up here and then break towards upside again. So I'm gonna leave you with that, guys. I'm still looking for this, for the blue box to hold. Bitcoin daily tomorrow morning 9 AM sharp on the dollar. 9 AM Monday to Friday, Bitcoin daily. We're gonna check out what's actually happening. And for everybody in the chat, in the Telegram chat, I mean, I'm gonna be talking all night, so you know there is that. I'm gonna see you there. Juicy dip. Retail is coming, guys. Retail is coming. The dips are juicy. It dumps down big time. It pumps down up big time. You know, this is how the markets work. Altcoin season haven't started even yet, and we are expecting more. Now, if this does seem to, you know, becomes the top, and we go down from over here down to 3K or whatever, you know, I'm gonna be a very sad YouTuber. That's all I can say. I'm gonna be a very sad YouTuber. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you around. Thank you for joining the, you know, emergency stream as well. Bye bye. See ya. Take care. Anecdotal Smith. Debuting. Bye bye.